Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is Joe Brand. So in this videos, I'll be sharing to you our last lesson in the subject of ethics, and that is making informed decisions. But before I'll do that, I would like to say thank you for all your support, for your unending love towards my channel. I know this is very new to me, but because of your support and unending um, love for me. So I never thought I would go this far, but I know we can do this and I know I can do better than this. So I hope you like this video. So this is our last lesson, the subject of ethics. Okay, so why do we need to understand making informed decisions? So as we all know that there are a lot of factors that shape our moral decision making. And sometimes we get so confused kung unsa jud saktong buhaton, right? When you talk about making decision making, knowing the right or the wrong thing when you talk about decisions. And for us to understand that is we need to embrace the idea of some Filipino philosopher. Okay, so let's talk about this one, Ramon C. Reyes. So ningon said siya nga ang tao kuno kita in making decisions as we are the one responsible for it. And according to him, we are the one tasked to think about what is right, what is the best thing to do, and what is the best choice sa atong kinabuhi. Because we have our rational decision making. We know how to think. We belong to Homo sapiens. We are the thinking being. We are the thinking thing. So that's why if you are the thinking thing, you are the sole responsible of your decisions. Nganong ning buhat ka ana, nganong ning liho ka ana, o nganong siya imong gipili. Okay, nganong ako man. Because you have your own decisions. So, according to Mr. Reyes is, na siya gitawag the who one is. So according to him, if we want to understand our own decisions, if ang ato bang decision is the right thing or the wrong thing to do, is we need to understand a lot of cross points. So nakuno na yung mga cross points. So what do you mean? Unsay pasabot ni Reyes sa who one is? So according to him, we have our own identity. So kung unsa ang akong pagtan-aw sa akong kaugalingon ug unsa ang ako ang gusto sa akong kaugalingon is a product of a lot of things. Ingon siya naana siya rason ug naana siya a lot of forces, environmental forces nga nakaingon siya nganong ing-ana ang imong pagsabot sa imong kaugalingon. Okay, so niingon siya na ako no tay four cross points in understanding who am I or who one is. Kinsa ko, kinsa man is Joe Bren, o kinsa ka. Okay, ningon siya nga nakaingon ka nga ingana daw ka, it's because of a lot of cross points. Number one is the physical. We have the physical point. Unsa nang physical? Physical point is your body. Is your according to him is the physical events that is happening in your life. So previous sa past, your physical events in the past and the material factors in the present. So kung unsay na experience nimo sa una nga mga physical events plus ang mga butang nga naa nimo karon, those are parts of your physical cross points. Mao na nga ang imong pagsabot sa imong kaugalingon ing ana siya. It's because kung unsay nahitabo sa una, naka-impluwensya man na siya kung unsa pud imong pagsabot karon. Okay, so pero usahay no kaning mga butang nga naa nato karon according to Mr. Ramon Reyes nga usahay wa tay choice no, material factors usahay di na to kontrolado or pagkatao na to mauna ni atong material factors. So mo na ang rason ngano ang imong pagtan-aw sa imong kaugalingon ning ana. So the second factor is the interpersonal cross points. So what do you mean by interpersonal cross points? Interpersonal is ang imuhang relasyon sa ubang tao. Nganong maka-impluwensya man ang imong relasyon sa ubang tao? Usay moingon ka nga ang atong parents moingon, tell me who your friends are and I will tell you who you are. So possibly sakto jud na siya kay accord ingon pud ang Filipino philosopher si Mr. Ramon Reyes nga ang imong pagtan-aw sa imong self is the product of your interpersonal crosspoints. Sa kadaghang butang na hitabo diri sa kalibutan, sa kadaghang factors nga imong na experience ug sa imong kinabuhi mao pud nay rason nganong ing-ana imong pagtan-aw sa imong kaugalingon. So we are shaped by our relationship. That's why kung nindot ang imong relationship sa imong family, posible pod, ha, pero it's not true to all ha. So it's for me lang. For me, kung nindot ang imong relasyon sa imong pamilya, posible nindot pod imong relasyon sa ubang tao. Kung bati ang imong relasyon sa imong pamilya, posible bati daw imong relasyon sa ubang tao. But it's not true to all. Naayuban nga bati ang ilang relasyon sa ubang tao pero sa ilang pamilya pero nindot lang yung relasyon sa ubang tao. So it really depends kung unsa nga klase nga relationship ang imong na-build sa mga tao. Okay, so we are shaped by one's relationship. Ang ato ang physical factors, kay usahay ang ato ang physical, ang unsa atong nakita sa atong kaugalingon, ug unsa pud ang atong relasyon sa ubang tao, posible maka-impluwensya na siya kung unsa pud ang ato ang gihuna-huna ug feeling sa atong kaugalingon. Dito importante kayo no nga makasabot jud ta unsa atong physical factors ug unsa atong interpersonal factors towards making decisions sa atong kinabuhi. And the third one is the society. Diba? So the physical, the interpersonal, and the society. So ang ato dang society is tanan, all the elements nga naa diri sa kalibutan. Those are all parts of our society. Take note ha, all the elements. Your friends, your family, your colleagues, anyone. As long as nag-interact ka, imo na siyang naging part ka na. So those are part of your society. And then according to him, the way you think about yourself or you understand your physical being, your who one is, your who am I, or the thinking thing is possibly influenced by the society and the culture. Take note, our society and culture are considered as the large part of human existence. Munang makaingon ko that our society is very influential because kita, isip usa ka tawo, gamay ra kay nga portion, no? But we are surrounded by a lot of people. We are surrounded by so many things. We are surrounded with so many factors. That's why makaingon ka nga maglibog ka sa pag-understanding mo sa imong self. That's why we get so confused on what to think about ourselves because we are so bombarded with so many things. Right? So, since we are part of the society, possibly we are influenced. Our thinking about ourselves is possibly influenced by our society and culture. Okay, so take note na nata sa physical, the interpersonal, and if na-affected na kaana, therefore, ang place nga nagstay ka, therefore ang imong society is possibly mao po na sila nakahatag og impluwensya sa imong pagtan-aw sa imong kaugalingon. For me, that's true because our society plays a big role sa ato ang pagtan-aw sa atong kaugalingon. Okay, so the fourth cross points is the historical. So the way you understand yourself, the way you think about yourself, the who am I, the who one is, according to Mr. Ramon Reyes, is we are influenced by the events that we are influenced from the events that we had before. We are influenced by our historical events. What I mean. Unsa akong pasabot ana historical. So kung unsay na experience nato sa una, posible naka-influence na siya sa unsay atong pagtan-aw karon sa atong kinabuhi. Manaingon sila, history repeats itself. Kay manang usahay kung unsa ang imuhang na experience sa una, kundi pa ka-let go sa una, right? Magsige jud ka balik-balik sa una. Ang imong pagtan-aw sa imong kaugalingon bisan naka-move on atong tanan sa una but still wala pa ka naka-move on because you are shaped by your past history. Bati nga history, sige paghapon kag balik-balik, balik-balik. So, that's how you think about yourself. Instead of improving yourself to be better, kay sige makagbalik-balik sa history, sa bati nga experience, possibly nakaapekto po na sa imong pagtanaw sa imong kaugalingon. And for me, nindot actually part man na sa ato ano nga nadto tay mga historical events sa atong kinabuhi. But if you think nga dili na maayo because you are not improving, you are not wala na ka nag-improve as a person, I think it's time for you to let go those events nga nakahatag nimo pain or the cause of your suffering. So, but ningon pud si Reyes nga this is not just a product of all these cross points. Ang ato ng pagsabot sa tong kaugalingon is not all about the cross points. Dili lang siya one-sided, right? So let's not just focus on one aspect. According to him, the who one is also a project for oneself. What do you mean a project for oneself? Because we have our obligation. Take note, we as humans, we have our freedom to choose what is good or what is the right thing to do for our lives. And we are tasked to know what is right for us. So that's why it is a project. So meaning project na siya, kung project gani siya, ikaw muhulmaan ang imong pagtanaw sa imong kaugalingon. If you think that you can do better than this, then try to create something out of it. That's why when you talk about project, it's not dili lang siya overnight no project, no. It's a long-term project because you are dealing about yourself. Because human as we are, we have our own freedom. But our freedom is not absolute. Usahay di ta makaingon nga, I have my own freedom. I can do this. I can do everything. Bahala nagmasuko na muna ako. I'll do this because I have freedom. But our freedom is not na ay limitasyon, right? Dili siya infinite freedom. We have our own limitations. We have actually as humans, we have our ability to give ourselves direction. To give ourselves kung unsa jud gusto natong mabuhat sa atong kaugalingon. Because of our freedom. Naatay mga pangandoy, naatay gusto ko ani, gusto ko mahimo kong ani, gusto ko maging sikat. So we have our own freedom to choose tanaw nimo nga mas mo maayo ka. But our freedom is not absolute. It's not dili siya dapat when you think about freedom dapat na siya limitation based on your ideal self. Kung saon na lang no, kung imong tan-awon kung puro lang ta freedom, wala na limitasyon ang tao. Sometimes ning overpass na ka, dili na maayo ang pagdala sa freedom. So it's not absolute. Okay? So we need to understand our existential level. So in understanding freedom, dapat kasabot ka unsa na jud tan-aw nimo kaya nimo. Tan-aw nimo nga dili pud ka madaot no, dili ka masakitan or dili pud ka ingana ka maka-experience of pain sa imong kinabuhi. Okay, so I know that understanding ourselves, the who am I or the who one is a product of a lot of forces. And then usahay tungod sa kadaghang mga mo influence atua on how we understand ourselves better. Usahay maglibog na ta, but one thing for sure is dapat ang ato ng freedom is i-align nato sa unsa ra joy kaya pud natong buhaton sa atong kaugalingon. Okay, so I hope nasabtan ang idea ni Mr. Ramon C. Reyes about the who one is on how we can understand ourselves better. Okay, so let's try to see the relationship between ethics and one's own culture. Ingon sila, in understanding ethics down, we hold on to the opinions that once culture dictates what is right or wrong. So kung unsay kultura sa uban, makaingon ta nga sakto na siya o sayop na siya sa usa ka tawo. Right? So, mana siya moingon ta nga, ay, nimbuhat ko sa sakto, kay mao man ni gitudlo sa culture. Nimbuhat ko, ay, wala ko nimbuhat sa kanang butanga, tanaw na kong sayop, kay wala man na siya gitudlo sa culture. So, man tong opinion, no, when we try to differentiate the relationship between ethics and culture. So, we tend to internalize nga kung unsa ka the way mo relate sa ubang tao, unsa imong relasyon sa ubang tao, makaingon sad ka that you are really a member sa kana nga society kay kung unsa ang ilang treatment sa usag-usa, mao man sad ang imong gibuhat nga treatment sa ubang tao. Therefore, you are part of the society and culture because you are following it. Okay, so, but ningingon si James Rachel, an American philosopher, ningon siya nga, he truly defined or explained to us the idea of cultural relativism. Okay, so what do you mean by this? So niingon siya, iyahang to him, there is no such thing as objective truth in the realm of morality. Wala jud kunoy basihan nga makaingon ka nga sakto ni siya or sayop na siya. Kung atong i-compare ang culture o ang ethics o ang kultura sa tao. Because ang iyang mindset, ang iyang argument is this, we have different cultures, yes. And we have different moral codes, yes. Then, kung lahi-lahi tag kultura, lahi-lahi po tag gisundan nga sakto or dili. Therefore, there is no one correct moral code. So kung lalaki tag kultura, lalaki po tag gisundan nga sa sakto ug sayop, therefore wala jud sakto nga moral code nga atong sundon. So mao pud na iyahang argument. So there is no standard of knowing what is right or wrong. Kay lalaki man tag kultura, lalaki tag kultura ug lalaki po tag gisundan nga moral codes. So tungod sa iyang argument, iyang gi-explain sa tuwa no, iyang ni-explain siya sa tuwa about the cultural relativism. And he clearly stated nga kung tinuod, ingon siya, kung tinuod nga sakto ang cultural relativism, then kitang mga tao, wala tay karapatan, we don't have the right to criticize the practices of beliefs of other person, of another culture. In short, kung tinuod ang cultural relativism, we have no right to criticize other culture. Nga makaingon kang sakto na o sayop ilang gibuhat. The second argument is, if cultural relativism was correct, then one cannot even accept that moral progress can happen. It means nga kung unsay naandan. Take note karong panahon no, despite taga province ka, but you nag-improve na biya jud. So therefore di ka makaingon nga kung ang kultura na to sa una ani lang, mao ra jud ni atong i-follow. This time around lahi na. Bisan pag ang kultura na to ani, but there are people nga nag-evolve, nag-improve, nag-try nga muasenso ilang kinabuhi. Although ko imong tan-awon karon daghan pa jud nga ay culture no nga diha jud ilang gi-stake, but sa time na to is mga Pinoy, we are also absorbing sa lahi na pud nga culture. For example, sa mga Western cultures, murag ato na po na siyang adapt. Right? Kung wala taning adapt siguro, we will stick sa unsaray ato ang naandan nga kultura. Okay, pasabot is, despite daw na atay kalalahi nga different cultures, we have different ways of doing things, ang cultures may also hold certain values in common. So naatay common nga mga values nga atong gihold up, nga atong gihold sa atong kagalingon until now. So we just need to respect differences in cultures, right? So kung ila ng kultura, well, that is good for them. So kung amo po ning kultura, that is good for us. So that is the idea. Di lang po kuno nato i-focus lang nga kung unsa imong kultura, maupod na ang imuhang pagtan-aw sa sakto o sa dili. Kaya may ubang kultura nga nag-mix na po sa lain nga culture. Okay, so That is the idea of racial, about the ethics and the culture, the relationship. Iyang gi-argue, iyahang gi-expound, but ni-accept sad siya nga despite of our differences, despite of we have different ways of doing things, we have our common ground when it comes to understanding differences in culture. Okay, so the second is, let's try to see the differences or the relationship between religion and ethics. So based on what Ramon C. Reyes clearly stated, nga when you talk about religion, we have a lot of religions worldwide. So sahay ang ato ang pagsabot sa sakto ug sa dili is based on our own religion. Okay, okay na siya. Sa unsa pa atong religion, no, it's okay that you follow ang mga readings, interpretation, but the main idea of Mr. Ramon Reyes is we as the moral agent, we should be accountable, we should be in full responsibility about using our own power of rationality. So dapat kasabot ka kung unsa imuhang gi-follow, dapat kasabot ka kung nakasabot ka sa unsa imuhang gipart sa imuhang nga sakto or dili by using your own rational will, by using your own power of rationality. So ikaw mo ay makasabot ana, ikaw mo ay mutanaw ana, you should be in full recognition about your own decision when you talk about the religion and ethics. Kaya ang uban ng mga tao, many people consider themselves religious, right? Kaya because of the teachings of their own religion, nga makaingon silang sakto na siya or dili na siya, or sayop na siya or sakto na siya. Okay, so since lahi tag religion, so we just have to respect and be in full accountable about our own interpretations or kung unsa atong pagtanaw sa atong kaugalingon about the right or the wrongness of such action. Okay, so that is my topic for this afternoon. So I really hope that you are learning from all the videos that I've posted. And thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope that you will continue to support me. So to those who don't understand Bisaya, I am very sorry, but I'll try to speak in English as much as I can. So usahay lang mo side bit lang kog Bisaya gamay, but I'll practice more, I'll do more. So hopefully you will be able to appreciate the effort that I've made throughout this video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again for my next video. By the way, this is just my part 1 discussion in the subject of informed decisions, making informed decision, because this is a very long topic. So this is my part 1. I'll be having my part 2, part 3, part 4. So keep watching and just keep posted. Thank you so much for watching. God bless.